Hi everyone. So I'm back with prom look number 3, which is actually kind of prom look level 1 is what I'm calling it. This look will be for people who maybe are afraid of makeup or don't think they can put a lot on, for just people that are just looking for a little bit of glam, for a special occasion like prom. So I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put my hair up, but I have this leave-in conditioner. I lost one of my nails. That's gross. And I recommend, conditioning your hair and keeping it in good, health, leading up to prom or whatever special occasion. My purple hair looks so much purpler when it's wet. All right, so I'm just gonna put some of this. Oh, that was funny. Okay, a little in my bangs. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna give it a brush. And put it up. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to try to do things that you could do with drugstore makeup also, so that you can see that you don't have to spend a lot of money to do a glam look. And somebody also commented that they don't use a beauty blender and they feel like they're the only person in the world. I use one because somebody gave me this as a Christmas present, but honestly, your fingers are fine for certain things. You don't have to use a beauty blender. I mean, is it nice? Yes. It does a nice job, but you don't have to have one. I did my makeup for many, many years without one, so it's not a necessity. Okay, so I won't use one today. So let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a moisturizer, and that can be any moisturizer. I'm going to use this Tarte one, Brighter Days. This was a sample from Sephora. This one is a highlighting moisturizer, and so that's a nice thing. I know they have them at drugstores, so it could be any one, but I do recommend a moisturizer of at least some kind, because I think it not only is good for your face, and a highlighting moisturizer will kind of give you some extra glow, but I think it kind of acts like an adhesive for your powder, and it kind of makes everything stay on a little better. So I'm just gonna put that all over. All right. Next, I'm going to use a concealer. Any concealer is fine. I'm just going to use my Sephora one. I'll just put it on with my finger to show you that that works just fine. So you want to kind of make it in a triangle shape, like that. Although it would be filled in, I just did the outline to show you the shape. You can use concealer as a eyeshadow base too, if you want. If you don't have an eyeshadow base, that is absolutely fine. Or a little foundation, liquid foundation, I mean. And then you'll want to just use a concealer to, I have a pimple here. The only thing is if you use concealer to go over spots that are pimples, you're definitely going to want to wash your face really well, because you don't want to get makeup into a pimple. When I was in middle school, I had a really big pimple on my face, and I had to go to a Halloween party, and it was middle school, and I needed to look awesome. So, and this was actually my mom's idea. We put a big jack-o'-lantern using like Halloween face paint over it, and like that pimple like almost grew up like 3 times its size, and it was like a pimple with a vengeance, which obviously was a stupid idea, but I didn't know at the time. I was more concerned with not having a pimple at the party. Okay. All right, now I'm all bright. And then just some powder. You can use loose powder or pressed foundation powder. I'm just using my Maybelline today to show you that it can just be drugstore powder. Although the Sephora pressed powder that I normally use is like really not that much money, and I do recommend it. It's pretty awesome. But this will work just fine. Okay. And then for my other stuff, I will use this Wet n Wild Sunset Junction palette, because this is a drugstore purchase and I love it. You do not have to do contour and stuff, but I'm going to just to show you how easy it is. Just a little bit. I'm using an angled brush that's very soft, so it doesn't put like a ton of product on, which is nice. I just think that using a little bit of the bronzer kind of warms up your face. And then I will use the blush in this palette. And that will kind of help blend the bronzer. And finally, I will just use the side of this for the highlighter. Honestly, this highlighter is pretty good. And you can spend a lot of money on a highlighter, but like, why? All right. So there we go. The only thing that's sad about this is that the top broke, so That's not so good. All right. I'm gonna put on a little eyeshadow primer, but like I said, you can use concealer or liquid foundation. You know, you could even use like a liquid, or not liquid, but like a cream-based highlighter, like Benefits What's Up, or any that are like cream-based. As you see, that's a nice, pretty effect. That's a nice little trick. In fact, that's what I used to do years ago before I knew there was such a thing as eyeshadow primer. See, I was like ahead of my time. I had one from NARS that I still have. That was, I guess, it was just like a highlighter stick. It looked like a glue stick. And I used to use it on my eyes as well as on my face. So there you go. Okay. So that's it for the face. Let me get out my brushes for my eyeshadow. I'm going to keep it pretty simple today. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take my finger and this color Ivy from my Nikki palette, and just go over my whole eyelid. A little extra up under the brow for a little highlight. Okay. Next, I'm going to take Fire Opal, which is just like kind of a really pretty peachy color from Bare Minerals, but you can use any rosy, peachy, whatever color. And what brush shall I use for this? I feel like I should use a different. I'm just going to use a pretty flat brush. So if you do use Bare Minerals, you want to dip in the color, and then you kind of want to push it into the brush and tap. Now this is pretty light, but it's a really pretty color. So I'm not gonna do the crease. And for Belle, I know if you're watching, I'm not gonna do crease. I'm just gonna do my lid and sort of blend it up into the crease, but it's not like just in the crease. And it's a nice light color, so use a nice light color. And you can just use a neutral color, like a more, just like a white shimmery, anything with a little shimmer, just to make it pretty. There we go. Good, good, good. Then I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Infallible. Oh, it keeps breaking, and I keep pushing it down and trying to make it better, but it's still working. Oh, I got a crumb there. So any nice bright shimmery color I'm just using my pinky finger to apply it to the bottom part of my lid in the inner corner. That's all. Okay. Then I'm going to find a good orange. I don't know which Urban Decay palette I'm going to use. So exciting. That one's a little red. I think I'm going to use the one from Slow Burn. Now, this could be any color. So this is the part where you can kind of have some fun. Depending on the color of your dress, or depending on just what, if you're wearing a black dress, it could be any color. It does not have to be orange. But I feel like I've done this before with blue and green and like pink and stuff, so I'm going to do it with orange. But again, pick any color you want. I will say that orange looks good next to blue eyes. It makes your eyes look bluer. So if you have blue eyes, you might want to consider that. And I'm just going to use a very thin pencil brush and go into that orange. And I'm going to like line my eye with it almost. A little bit above where my black eyeliner would go. And again, you can do this with any color, and you can also do it with drugstore makeup. The problem with drugstore makeup is it's usually not as heavily pigmented. So in this case, I might invest in like an Urban Decay or a Makeup Forever or something like that. But you can just put it on. Actually, if you're using a drugstore makeup, you could actually wet the brush a little bit and do the first layer, and then go on with another brush, like with a dry layer, and that will kind of pack it on. I went out farther, I think, on this side. Even with this, I'm having to dip a lot of times. So you'll notice that I didn't go down into the corner because I think that makes me look tired. And I'm going to cover it with black anyway. So that'll just give you kind of like a cool graphicness. Don't worry, it's not done. I'm going to go in with tattoo liner. This I totally recommend investing in, because eyeliner is so much easier with tattoo liner. I'm not sponsored by Kat Von D. I really wish, but I'm not. And what's easy about this is you can just follow the line you made with the orange or whatever color you use. And keeping the eyeliner line like pretty thin. Trying to make it even. Okay, then what I'm going to do is, where is that brush I wanted to use? Is it this one? No, where is it? Here it is. So this is an angled brush that's flat. but it's a little softer. And what I'm going to do is go in with this orange, which is called Jones. That's just a lighter version. Again, it doesn't have to be this, doesn't have to be this brand. And I'm going to just go just above the orange line. Not to totally blend it in, because I do like the line look, but just to kind of soften and almost make more of like a gradation. You can hardly even see it in the video. It's very light. I'm gonna just go over the orange a little bit more. The bright orange, I mean. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Aqua XL black liner, and you can use any black liner. And I'm going to do my waterline. This is not a requirement by any means. I know not everybody's comfortable doing that. I'm also going to use a little bit of it to gently go underneath my lashes on the outer corner. But I really do say that this is very important. If you're going to go to a dance where you're going to be sweaty, you're definitely going to want to take some black liner, or black shadow, I mean. I'm just going to use this Platonic from this palette. And go over this to set it, because otherwise it will run. If you'd rather not have anything under your eyes, hey, it's your day. You definitely don't have to. I am going to take the same brush, I'm just going to clean it off. I'm going to go into the yellow. And do the inner corner underneath my eyes. Just for fun. That just gives it an extra pop. All right. We cannot forget brows. I will use this Gimme Brow by Benefit, which I like because it's pretty light. And it hasn't made me look like a clown ever, so I'm a fan. My eyebrows are so uneven. Like, what is that? I don't know. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do my curling of lashes. And my 2 different types of mascara, which again is not a requirement. Oh. Second coat. You can just do like 2 coats of the same mascara and it will probably have like the same effect. Okay. So I have a pair of eyelashes that I cut in half. And I'm actually going to cut it in half again. About there. So these are like eyelash quarters. Did I just drop one? No, here it is. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, for crying in the mud. Where is my... Oh, here it is. That's an eyelash quarter. So... little glue. This is so much easier than doing a whole set. So if you're nervous to try false eyelashes, of course I said that, and now I'm having trouble. It's just because my applicator is sticking to them. That's because there's glue on it from last time. Okay. And this is just an idea. You can, if you're good with eyelashes. Oh, for crying in the mud. See, my fingers were better. If you're good with eyelashes, you can definitely just do a whole set or do a half set, which I've done before, or do individual lashes. But I think that this quarter set just kind of like adds a little oomph. All right, now let's see what I do for lips. I think I can go a little red. I'm going to use my Ulta Beauty lip gloss stain. Yeah. I don't know what that was. That's not quite the color I wanted. I'm going to go over it with this NYX butter. But this is stained, so it should stay on. You can definitely go nude or whatever with this, but why not a little red? Okay, so I hope you like this. I hope this is a little easier for you than some of the other looks I've done. I'm just gonna go in and do my tight line with black, but if you're not comfortable with your waterline, you really won't be comfortable with that, but that makes it a little more dramatic. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and please let me know if there's any other looks you'd like to see me try or do. And I hope you have fun at your proms or your dances or your big events, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.